Hello everyone, I'm your host, Roman Garcia from NerdSport, and welcome to Creating a Culture of Innovation. We're here to highlight up-and-coming and growing businesses that want to show off their culture and what makes them stand out with technology. Our goal is to educate our audience about having a strong IT and cybersecurity infrastructure and showing how other businesses are leveraging technology in order to succeed. NerdSport is an award-winning managed service provider that's been helping businesses in the US and around the world with managed IT, consulting, and cloud solutions for almost 20 years. If you found what we talked about in today's episode valuable and are looking to advance your business's technology strategy, we can offer you a free IT consultation where we examine your technology, cybersecurity, and compliance so that we can take care of your IT and you can focus on the growth of your business. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, you can apply at cacoi.nerdsport.com/podcast. And to learn how NerdSport can help you succeed with technology, visit us at nerdsport.com. All right, enjoy the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Creating a Culture of Innovation podcast. I'm your host, as usual, Roman Garcia, and I'm joined today by yet another business leader who's cultivating a culture of innovation within his business, Joey Havens. Joey is the managing partner of HORNE, which is a professional services firm founded on a cornerstone of building trust and discipline into public accounting. Thanks for coming on, Joey. Welcome to the show. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Roman. I'm doing great and very excited about spending a few minutes with you this morning.
All right, I appreciate that. Great to have you on, Joey. I can see you've been in the industry for a long time, so I'm excited to get your perspective on how the space itself has innovated. So let's get right into it. So, Joey, first off, tell me and the audience a little bit about your business's mission statement. What does HORNE do for businesses around you to help them succeed?
Well, that's part of the interesting thing in our story is HORNE, which is technically a CPA firm, but we've actually evolved into a full professional services firm doing a lot of different things. And we presently have over 2,300 team members and 55 offices, wow, which includes our project offices. We're focused in construction and financial institutions, franchise, government, healthcare, public and middle markets. And we have a HORNE cyber team that is very much into the advanced penetration testing, hands-on, beyond the scans, doing the red team type work. We also do the psych audits and a lot of cybersecurity work around that. And then we have HORNE Capital, where we're helping middle market companies buy and sell their businesses. So when you ask me about HORNE, it's a pretty wide thing, but we do all of that off of our purpose, which is to deliver with care. And that's kind of the foundation. And, I believe that in our mission that what we're doing right now is helping companies anticipate the next opportunity, maybe the next challenge, and collaborating with them on how to grow their business.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's a lot of hats there. Maybe we could talk a little bit about the cybersecurity stuff later. But cool, that's really great to hear. In terms of what made you want to go into the business about HORNE, or maybe did you have any inspirational figures in your life going into it?
Well, I've had a lot of inspirational people in my life. I've been very blessed in that way. God has been very good to me, but it starts with my dad and my mom from early on. But, I had an interest in being a CPA, joined HORNE early in my career. HORNE was formed in 1962. It's been a traditional CPA firm since then, since 1962. But in 2011, we really sat back and said, you know what? We've got a good culture, we've got a good company, but we don't have a great culture. Mm-hmm. We weren't creative enough. We weren't innovative enough. We were really anticipating that the world was going to start moving faster. And in 2011, we made a commitment to put people first, to build a culture that we call the WISE firm. And when I saw the name of your podcast and you had sent me the invitation to participate, creating a culture of innovation, I knew we had a connection, Roman. And it's because we had a story to share about that. And, literally we put the old HORNE in the last 10 years, we put the old HORNE out of business and completely innovated our company by focusing on people and putting people first. So
love that.
As I share that, I'll just say, I think it's impossible to have a culture of innovation without having a culture with a strong sense of belonging. And I want to explain what I mean by that. When people feel safe, when they feel like they can be themselves, they feel like they're building something bigger than themselves.
Right.
That's when they can stretch to their full potential. And that's what we're doing at HORNE. We're building the Wise Firm together. And it's in a strong culture with that sense of belonging that people will challenge a status quo. You can have innovation, a singular initiative, and something happening for a short period of time. You'll say this company is innovative. But when you have true innovation where you're constantly challenging the status quo, people have to go at risk. And people, when they feel safe, will share their most creative ideas. They'll learn fast, learn forward, rather than worry about making mistakes, because if you're innovative, you're going to make mistakes. And so a team, in a culture where a team's collaborating and sharing ideas, it's always smarter than the quote innovation expert.
Right. Just building off of each other and each other's creativity.
Yeah. Innovation in itself, there's lots of good ideas. The deal is most of them fail because there's not a strong enough culture behind them to really execute on what needs to be done.
Okay. Well, in terms of some of those values and also those ideas you got moving forward, what are some of the things HORNE values most in regards to serving your clients?
Well, it starts with our purpose, which is to deliver with care. And in that, we want to serve, be a good steward, and surpass their needs and expectations. And that kind of sums up, in a purpose statement, what we're trying to do. But if you pull that out and people say, well, what does that mean for my business? It means that our company and our people are working to anticipate what's changing in your business, what's changing in your industry. What are the opportunities? What are the hard trends that if we prepare now, we can generate great opportunity, great growth for your company? What are the challenges that you're going to have, like with the hybrid workers or the way everything, the digital accelerator has been hit? So when we say deliver with care, we care enough that we want to help you with that future view so that you can be successful.
Well, that's great. Well, as you're saying, definitely like since 2011, like all the technology that's evolved since then, like interactivity and things in between businesses and people as well. So that's pretty cool to hear how you guys are moving forward on that. In terms of the values that you were just talking about, did any of that change during the pandemic in terms of how you interacted and worked with your clients?
Yes, I mean, I think that's true for everybody. And I should have shared with you when you mentioned values again. We have bubbled up those values and really narrowed them down to 4 that really guide us every day. And they are God, family, service, and gratitude. And so when you approach life with a heart of gratitude, it helps you not only be innovative, but also to continue to look for that next opportunity. And so those values drive a lot of what we do and how we do it. And when COVID hit, when basically everything shut down in March of 20, that was a big deal. And a lot of companies Yeah, a lot of companies and businesses were caught flat-footed. You know, we were blessed, and I say that because you know, obviously you don't know something like that's coming, but we had, because of our Be Better rally cry and challenging the status quo, we had already gone to extreme flexibility for our team members. We had remote access everywhere. We had put in a new document management system that allowed people to access documents even on their phone, and at rest it's encrypted. Just had really invested a lot of money in that. And so when COVID hit, we basically were able to flip a switch, and we had 1,000 team members that were just as productive the day before as the first day of COVID. And that allowed us to reach out, because we weren't scrambling on our internal stuff. We were able to reach out and really help a lot of businesses overcome those initial hurdles.
Yeah, basically, like, you didn't need to worry. You guys didn't need to scramble around. And I like that thing, that analogy about flipping the switch. That it's funny because actually our CEO Scott Richmond also says like that same thing. It was basically just that you didn't have your clients didn't need to worry about you. You guys already had everything handled. It was just about helping them at that point. Just like, how can you help them? So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was an absolute blessing. We've had exponential growth during this time, you know, and we realize there's been a lot of companies and a lot of families that have not experienced that. And again, it was our ability to turn our resources completely towards our clients and meet their needs. Because, hey, the digital accelerator has been hit, and technology is off and running, and it's not going to slow down. And so if you're not anticipating, you're always following, and there's a bigger and bigger gap where you could be and where you need to be.
Right. And I was talking about this recently. Like, I felt like the change that we had in the past 2 years, I felt like it was inevitable anyways, but just what was happening to the pandemic just accelerated it by like a couple of years. And now here we are going even past that, or you're seeing with like logistics and manufacturing and things like that, now trying to move ahead. So that's great. And now in terms of, I want to hear a little bit more about others in your industry and some of your domain expertise. What's going on in the accounting industry, or you can mention some of the other ones, as you guys do have multiple hats, but what's going on in your industry that you think could be done better? And what are you guys doing differently that set yourselves apart from the rest?
So I'm going to call that what makes us distinctive. And again, we are a full service CPA firm. We can do all of the audits, tax, compliance work, and we believe we deliver that with care and deliver that. But I think what makes our company distinctive starts with our culture. And we have a competitive advantage with our Wise Firm culture. We're able to retain and recruit amazing talent. And what's the number one need out there today is people and talent. And so we've got a tremendous advantage as our culture has gotten stronger and stronger. One of the things that makes us very distinctive is our project management skills. We have the capabilities of, whether it's a 6-person team or a 1,200-person team, we can scale up and be effective because of our technology and capabilities and resources. We can scale up quickly and down quickly for urgent and important projects. More and more companies, government agencies are finding that need. Our healthcare data analytics team is just incredible. HORNE Ready Health. They're phenomenal. We're working with states as well as healthcare organizations on, how to improve access to healthcare, how to make better decisions in healthcare, how to limit those costs. And of course, data analytics is something that's being applied to the dashboards and real-time insights for management across all the industries. And we're working with our clients to do that. And the last thing, the thing that, Roman, I think is very interesting that you won't hear much about, it's another one of those things that because of our culture, we built up a lot of capabilities internally, and we have now opened that up externally, is that there's a tremendous leadership gap. And when you think about innovation and how you drive innovation, companies have not invested in leadership development. They have these big gaps in the leadership team and what the future looks like. So one of our fastest growing services is actually leadership development, working with C-suites to be more and a more effective decision-making company, how to renew culture, how to get your firm's culture on a journey from good to great. So it's probably the three things I think that would stick out most as far as being distinctive.
Well, Joey, I don't know if you're aware, but that it's, from what it sounds like, that you're just continuing the chain of the great leaders that we've been having on the podcast. That so many of them are on that same mindset, on that same train. That it's about investing in your people, and when you do that, builds respect. You grow that community, and then that'll all come back to you. And so, with that on top of all those projects you guys got working on, and tax season just started this week, it's got to be an exciting time.
Yeah, this is very exciting. And when you think about clients and the market, every business model is being challenged, and it's just a time where you can have a lot of relevance and a lot of impact. And I'm excited to say that we're actually converting our story to a book that'll be published this year. I don't know exactly what the name will be yet, but we're very close to finishing that manuscript, and it'll talk about the journey of taking a culture from good to great and having a be better, innovative mindset every day.
Wow. Well, okay. Definitely want to stay posted on that. I'll go ahead and give you a follow just for that, just to see where that goes. Well, yeah, Joey, as you were saying, a very exciting time for you guys. But as opposed to now, I want to go into the future. So what's on the agenda for HORNE in the future? Anything you could share?
But Roman, I've been talking about the future the whole time we've been talking, if you think about it.
Right.
Because we are actually talking about the services and the fact that we're anticipating the client's changing needs. But what you're going to see a big demand for project management across all industries. So project management is going to get bigger and bigger.
For sure.
Data analytics, bigger and bigger, more real-time insights are needed, predictive analytics. You're going to see the healthcare transformation of healthcare delivery through data analytics. We're working, and this is something that if people go to our website, they'll be able to see different times we are doing webinars, but we've come out with some technology on tracking COVID vaccines and the compliance requirements. This is really important for healthcare organizations. So You're going to see more of that. And then the other program is Accelerate, where we're working with companies on their leadership, the whole leadership thing, and their strategy and their business model. How do they accelerate growth?
Right. And so I was just trying to pull up your website. Again, that's horne.com. For anyone who's listening, I'll go ahead and include that in the description. So great to hear that you guys are also in that space, also building on that healthcare. I feel like that's super important right now in the space, both for workers trying to find their place in their profession. And yeah, overall, just really great effort from you guys going in. So awesome, Joey. Well, it was great talking to you. But before we go, of course, where can the audience find you? I know I mentioned horne.com, but where can the audience find you? And do you possibly have anything to share with them?
Well, yes. I mean, I'm active on LinkedIn, certainly Joey Havens on LinkedIn. And I post a lot of my leadership things there. I post my Be Better blog. You can also go to blog.hornellp.com /be better for my blog. You can sign up for it, get it weekly. There's no charge for any of that. And there's quite a few stories in there and leadership tips, as well as things about the accounting profession. Then the webinars on our COVID applications. If you're an employer or business and you want to get rid of some of that headache and automate some of that, that'll be out there at horne.com. But I appreciate this opportunity, Roman.
All right. Anytime. We're always welcoming leaders in the space willing to innovate within their industry. So, all right, you heard him. Go check out their website. Go give them a follow. To be determined on the day of that book, but stay tuned for that, as well as the webinar. I'll make sure to include all that. And of course, give them a follow on LinkedIn as well. So again, Joey Havens from HORNE, everyone, thank you so much for stopping by, and thank you for creating a culture of innovation within your business. So we'll see you next time. All right.
Thank you, Roman.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Roman here. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Creating a Culture of Innovation. If you would like to be a guest on our podcast, you can apply at cacoi.nerdsupport.com/podcast. Did you find what we talked about today valuable? Please give it a like and share it on social media. Or if you know someone that would be a great guest, tag them and make sure to include the hashtag Creating a Culture of Innovation. We'd love to bring on a diverse group of guests. Since we're regularly putting out new content, subscribe and make sure you don't miss any episodes. Your thumbs up, ratings, and reviews go a long way to help promote the show, and it'd mean a lot to me and my team. Want to learn more about Nerd Support and how we can help you succeed with technology? Visit our website at nerdsupport.com or follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram at Nerd Support. Thanks for listening in, and we hope you'll stop by next time.